What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Friday, which means Zer is back in town. He is going to be on the EDZ in his usual spot. So let's see what he has. Starting from the left, the weapon of the week is the exotic grenade launcher, the Colony, which I don't have, so I'm excited that he actually brought it. So I'm actually taking a closer look. I've seen lots of things, heard lots of videos, but I'm actually excited to try it out in PvP. Too bad I missed it for the Mayhem, because I'm sure that would have been fun. Starting with the exotic perk, we have Insectoid Robot Grenades. So this weapon's grenades are insectoid robots that chase targets and explode close to them. So if you use a grenade launcher like you should, and you miss your shot, then I guess the robots will track it and get the kill for you. Next we have Serve the Colony. The insectoid robot grenades quickly repopulate the magazine from reserves while the colony is unequipped. So I guess when it's stowed away, it'll, if you have ammo, then it'll reload for you. So that's interesting, helpful. We also have high velocity rounds, linear compensator, and composite stock. So I'm interested to use this weapon. I think the ornament for it's kind of cool too. I don't have it, but I think I've seen it before. Definitely excited to try this weapon out, and I probably won't make a video, but we'll see. I'll play with it. We'll see. I've definitely heard good things about it. Seen a lot of montages where they use this weapon, and it's pretty crazy. Definitely a very unique exotic. One of the most exotics in the game, I think. Moving on, we have the Hunter's Gauntlets, or the Shinobu's Vow. This is a returning Destiny 1 exotic. I think the intrinsic perk is actually the same thing, if I remember correctly. In Destiny 1, these scenes were very frustrating to run up against in trials, any PvP scenario, but specifically trials, I remember. But let's go and see what the perk is. We have new tricks, so improved skip grenade, and you gain an additional skip grenade charge. So if you are a Arc Strider Hunter playing PvP and you use skip grenades frequently, this might help you out. I'm not sure how great it is in Destiny 2, but I remember in Destiny 1 it was phenomenal. So if you don't have it, pick it up, give it a try, see how it goes. On PC, I only play Warlock only because I haven't put the time in to make my other characters yet. So I actually don't know what exotics are all that good for any of the other characters. Anyways, moving on, Titans, you get the Mark 44 stand-asides, another Destiny 1 returning exotic perk. Grants an overshield when sprinting at full health with Seismic Strike, Hammer Strike, or the Shield Bash equipped, and hits with these abilities recharge a portion of your melee energy. If you are a person or a Titan that really likes using those Seismic Strike, Hammer Strike, or the Shield Bash, then I think this would actually come in handy a lot, especially for low tier enemies. Not sure how effective it'll be in Crucible. I would imagine these are more of a PvE kind of exotic for low tier enemies. I know when I'm a Titan, that is what I go for, the strikes, the shoulder charges, those things. I find it very fun, and with this exotic it gives you extra energy, so continuously repopulating that energy to get more bashes. So I think it's interesting. Again, I don't have any personal experience with it, but it might be good, it might not be good. Let me know what you think. Lastly, we have the Stag for Warlocks, which I have on my Warlock. I actually got it from last week's Faded Ingram. Again, another Destiny 1 returning exotic. Exotic perk being grants rift energy when you are critically wounded, and on your death it creates a brief healing rift on your corpse. Now this is an upgraded perk set from Destiny 1, so the exotic came back, but they actually adjusted the perk for it, so you get more rift energy. The weird thing about this one is you have to die for it to work, at least for half of it. You know, on your death it creates a brief healing rift on your corpse. So that kind of puts you at a weird point. I'm sure it'll come in handy for like some clutch plays, maybe in Crucible, but in PvP, or PvE rather, I find it very ineffective. But again, if you have the shards and you don't have it, maybe get it. Then we have your consumable, which is the 3 of coins, which I thought was still working fine, but there may be a bug on it still. I'm actually confused as to how well this works. I think at times, if it works correctly, you can get an abundant amount of exotic engrams. I have not used it, so I'm very inexperienced with this week, so I'm sorry for all that. And lastly, we have the Fated Engram. Guarantees you 1 exotic weapon or piece of armor that you do not currently have. Since I only have a Warlock on PC, I wonder what happens if you have every exotic. Then what happens? Curious to find that out. However, best thing I can recommend for that, before you buy it, make sure you buy all of these if you don't have them. Because that would be really crappy if you spent 97 shards just to get a colony grenade launcher worth 29. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the colony for myself. I have a hunter in the process. I'm going to go and pick that up just because
now it is yours.
I think it might come in handy later. And now I don't have enough for that. Cool. Well, that's going to be it for my XUR Week 18 January 12th video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope it helped.
One day,
and thank you for watching. I'll see you later.
If you are here, it means the 9 are not done with you yet.